Hey there, Shrine Runners! Hello, and welcome to the Fox Shrine. I'm Araxis, your host, and tonight we're going to be playing some more Limbus Company. Thank you very much, Hana Tofe, for the raid. I do appreciate that. Hopefully your stream went well. You caught us at just the right time. The new chapter for Limbus Company has just been released, and we're about to be going into that. Foxspot AI, thank you very much for following. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the Fox Shrine. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, I'd like to welcome everyone. So many people turning up right now. Normally I'd greet you all individually, but I think people are excited to go straight into things. So, in that case, let's go straight over to it then, shall we? All right. So, I've made sure to save up all of my stamina, essentially, to be able to play as much of the story as possible. Oh, thank you very much, Royal Bunny. I do appreciate the compliments. I've got the credits for the artists in my profile down the information down the bottom of the stream. If you want to check that out. Fefrotsky did the model. I can't recall off the top of my head who did the background and all that, but it's all in there. It's all in there. Now, I haven't done anything except for standard sort of like login stuff, so we're going into the new chapter pretty fresh. So, Inferno and chapter 4, the Unchanging. So let's see how things go, shall we? I found myself looking at dead and dying sinners in the middle of the nest. A place that's supposed to be peaceful. And in front of me is... I began tracing back my memories to figure out what happened. Ooh, I guess we might be starting in situ, I believe. Let's get into it, shall we?
우리는 야심가도 탐욕가도 아니며 그저 기술을 사랑했던 아이에 불과했지. 처음으로 우리가 숨을 쉰다고 느꼈던 그날을 기억하오?
And do let me know if the audio's at a good level as well. I did have it changed slightly for a previous stream. I think I've changed it back, so it should be appropriate for this one.
그때는 말일세. 그 숨만으로도 충분했었어. 아님 유독.
Excellent.
그날만 공기가 맑았거나.
The view is obscured by smoke and dust. Terrified screams, hopeless outcries, pained moans, and the sounds of hard objects breaking create a cacophony.
시계를 돌려야 할 시간이요.
Yeah, we are indeed starting in situ. I can hear Yi Sang, the only conscious sinner at the moment, muster up his remaining strength to speak. The others are on the floor, among dismembered corpses like powerless puppets. Fatal injuries were left by an abnormality. Ooh. There's an abnormality on the streets, huh? Yet, we are in the middle of a nest. Weren't abnormalities supposed to be confined within Lobotomy Corp's branch facilities or dungeons? Quite right. Meanwhile, the abnormality pierced Yi-Sang's abdomen as I wondered. I had no one else to share this question with. Adante, you might want to get out of there. You can't turn the clock back on yourself.
이번엔 어디를 가는 건가요?
Where? Yeah, alright, so flashing back to how things started, I guess. The sinners seemed to grow quite accustomed to this work. As if we were on a road trip, some were far less hesitant to ask about our next destination.
아니요. 이번 작전의 시작점은 장소가 아니라 사람입니다.
Alright then.
사람이라 하였소?
의뢰인이 계시거든요.
Faust is very popular. She's become a little bit infamous for a copy pasta that's going around about someone who simped a bit too hard for her and became jealous, essentially, of one of the other characters.
그건 저희가 해결사 사무소처럼 외부로부터 의뢰까지 받는다는 소리예요?
But all the character designs in this are excellent. I really like how they've like, even though like everyone's essentially in uniforms, I can see there's slight variations in the uniforms, certainly. Like everyone's very distinct, and like it gives me like a bit of an Arknights sort of feel, I guess. Like it's not I don't play Arknights, but I really like the aesthetic of it, and so I like the aesthetic of this as well, because they haven't sort of like gone like hardcore on like sexiness or anything like that, as you see in some games. They've gone with very utilitarian outfits, and I think they look great.
벌써부터 의뢰가 몰아치고 있는 겐가? 훌륭하군. 곧 이름 날리는 해결사가 되어버릴지도 모르겠어.
Oh, Don. We all love you here.
조용. 질문에 대한 대답은 내가 한다. 너희도 알다시피 황금가지라는 존재는 비교적 최근에 발견된 개념이다. 다행스럽게도 일전에 거쳐온 J사나 D사는 황금가지에 특별한 관심을 두지 않았어.
Absolutely, Bunny. 100%.
그래서 뒷골목의 잡배들이 어슬렁거리거나 변변치 않은 것들이 조직을 만들어 점령하곤 했지.
Oh, and just wait until you see what the main character looks like. They look stunning.
하지만 일찌감치 황금가지의 존재를 눈치채기도 한 날개도 있지. 지금 우리가 있는 K사처럼.
I think it makes sense that K Corp would have caught wind of these, because Lobotomy Corporation, L Corp, did do business with them, so they would probably have more knowledge of each other. Oh, and a comfy basilisk! Hello, welcome! You have come at just the right time. We have just started our own Limbus playthroughs of Chapter 4. Yep, as I expected, you've been playing it yourself. I hope that's been going well for you. I am very much looking forward to seeing how things go. To those who don't know me, I am Araxis Denacia, your revolutionary bartender, and as you can see, we're getting guided by Virgilius into Canto IV.
하지만 K사에 있었던 황금가지는 우리가 이미 얻은 거 아니었어?
Could have more than one.
하나의 날개에 하나의 황금가지만 존재한다고 한 적 없는 것 같은데.
Yeah, quite true. If they've got more branch offices in a district, why not have more than one golden bough?
로보토미 지부는 우리의 생각보다 복잡하다. 말 그대로 가지처럼 곳곳에 뻗어 있지.
I mean, it's a power company. Like, you're gonna have like different nodes, I guess, in order to supply power to the city.
저희 집 지하실과 연결되어 있던 것처럼 말이죠.
Poor Sinclair.
황금가지에 대한 소유권은 아직까지 명확히 정의된 바가 없다.
Oh, congratulations on the Rodia. I haven't actually tried for that yet. I'll probably do so at some point. I have basically everything from the previous season except for the dimension shredders, because I figured there's no point in rolling for egos. They will show up when they show up when I'm rolling for IDs. 8.510 rolls. Yeah. All single. Oh, alright. Interesting. I suppose you can roll like the single rolls as like double 10 rolls if you want. But yeah, congratulations.
그렇기 때문에 황금가지를 최초로 발견한 자에게 소유권이 넘어간다라는 원시적인 규칙을 적용하고 있을 뿐이고.
Yep, gotcha. That makes sense. No, one of my friends is a big fan of Rodion, so I hope he's able to get Rose Spanner himself when he eventually gets around to it.
뭐 잠들어 있는 보물은 원래 먼저 찜한 사람이 가지는 거니까.
Oh, and there she is for those who don't know her. She is a tall lady, and she is pretty cool. I like her.
그래서 황금가지 소유권을 조건으로 의뢰를 받았다는 소린가?
Still missing wishing can. Okay, so you got. Sounds like we've both got 2 egos left to go. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to get those. Again, if they're egos, they'll show up eventually because you can only get them once. She's cool. She likes money for what it can buy and gambling, and likes to have a good time. She's great. Doesn't have a good idea of risk. She is horrible at risk management and evaluation. Though that probably goes for most people on board the bus. Okay, yeah, that's something that happens. For me, it was Otis who did not get a lot of ego shards. Thankfully, I got lucky with 7 Otis and got her pretty quickly.
정확히는 그쪽에서 거래를 제안해 온 거지.
Hold on, where were we at? Yeah, accept the request to earn ownership. Gotcha.
우리로서는 황금가지가 걸려있는 의뢰인이만큼 선택의 여지는
네, 없었겠네요.
Yeah, I totally understand, Basilisk. I wouldn't want you to be uncomfy. So hopefully you can rest your wrists, possibly sleep. I don't know if you're going to be sleeping yet or not. I know I tend to, even though I stream late and end late and have work in the morning and all that, I don't tend to go to sleep immediately after streams. I'll usually be early morning stream, or I suppose if you're on the night shift. Whatever. However things work out for you. Anyway, thank you very much again for the raid, and I hope you have a good time and feel better soon, alright?
그러니 이 얘기를 언제까지 반복해야 할지 모르겠지만 의뢰인에게 밉보일 행동은 하지 말도록.
Depends on what kind of client we've got. Yes, here's the main character. To those who aren't familiar, this is Dante. They are the viewpoint protagonist. They have a clock for a head. Nobody except the sinners can understand what Dante is saying, because Dante only speaks via TikTok. Even Virgilius over here can't understand what Dante is saying.
자,
By the way,
그럼 목적지에 도착할 때까지 닥치고 있도록 늘 하던 대로 말이야.
shut down.
단테 씨가 무언가를 말하려는 것 같았어요.
Thank you, Faust.
미안하게 됐습니다, 단테. 째깍거리는 것에 일일이 반응해 준다는 게 여간 익숙한 일은 아니니까 말입니다.
He's not sorry. So, what are golden bells used for anyway? When I think about it, all we were told was a vague order to collect them, and nothing about what the company plans to do with them. That's classified information, Dante.
그가 황금가지의 쓰임새에 대해 묻고 있군요.
드디어 반출하는 것을 하는 겁니까, 관리자 단테. 회사의 행보에 호기심을 다 가지시다니.
Yeah, Nada. Like some answers, please.
그렇다면 이 길잡이도 친절한 설명을 통해 관리를 도와야만 하겠군요.
Is the kind explanation telling us not to ask questions?
황금가지라는 건 말 그대로 가지입니다. 줄기에서 뻗어나가고자 하는 부분이 있다면 그것을 가지라고 부르지요. 그리고 그 가지는 황금색으로 빛나죠.
So, gonna play dumb, are you, Virgilius? I can hear the silly music.
오, 과연
Don't be impressed, Don! Please don't be impressed! Don Quixote was the only one responding passionately to this information. Thanks to this exchange, he painted me as an ignorant bloke who doesn't even know what a branch is. Don, please tell me you know what a branch is. Rodia shrugs at me as if to chaff me for expecting a real answer.
베르, 길이 막혔어. 돌아가야 해.
Oh, she's a bus driver. Karen is great. She drives like a character out of GTA or Saints Row.
막혔다고요? 막다른 길은 이상한데요. 더군다나 K사 둥지 한복판에 뭔가 소동이 생길 일이 있을.
Before Ishmael could finish her sentence, a dull thud at the window interrupted her. I guess this is where we run into the abnormality, I guess.
방금 버스에 부딪혀서 튕겨져 나간 거 사람이었지?
40대 초반으로 보이는 남성. 후두부에 큰 손상을 입은 것 같군. 부딪히기 전부터 죽어 있었다.
Alright, there's our obligatory Merceau line every chapter.
그래, 단순한 소동은 아닌 듯하군.
Well, I hope he starts rapping again at some point. That was great.
내려 해결할 수 있는 문제라면 해결한 후 다시 돌아오고.
그럴 수 있는 문제가 아니라면?
Come and get you.
해결이 될 때까지 끊임없이 시계가 돌려지겠지.
God damn it, Virgilius. Do something, please. That's one elegant way to tell us to go die 1,000 deaths. Oh, yeah. Our special power is to be able to turn back the clock on the sinners, the other 12 main characters, and bring them back to life if they die. They die a lot, by the way. It hurts when we bring them back from the dead.
그럼 전원 하차.
Copying Virgilius there, are you? Oh, he didn't like that.
왜? 어차피 이렇게 말할 거 아니었어? 다시 말해준 거잖아.
기대되네요. 이번엔 또 어떤 모험이 우리를 기다리고 있을까요?
We gotta die, apparently. Alright, there's our lunacy. And I guess this is where we'll have our battle. Alright, so talent and genius. Why are there abnormalities in the middle of K Corp's nest? Virgilius seemed to mean it when he said we can return to the bus after we've dealt with this commotion. Passing by frightened crowds, we head to the center of the mess. Is it just like I've got a couple of enemies here, it seems. Alright. I haven't had a good old clear within 10 turns sort of thing. Yeah, no problem, Royal Bunny. Thank you very much for sticking around. I hope you have a good night yourself. Ore wa Antonio Montoya. Shinne. I don't know how to speak Japanese. This is a Korean game though, Papa, so might not be the best language. How you going anyway? Alright, so this is what my current team sort of looks like. This is who we will be going in with this. I will probably be fielding Yi-sang for all of this, because this is Yi-sang's chapter, and I kind of regret not fielding Sinclair in Sinclair's chapter for the entire chapter, just because I feel it's appropriate. I have leveled up a few of them, because the level cap has been increased to level 35, and just like a tiny little bit off, so they'll just earn that throughout the level probably. Alright, this is a pretty good team, so let's go.
탐구할 것은 무엇이오?
Awake and Alive is a good
버스 너머로
situation.
봤다시피 이곳은 둥지 한복판입니다. 예상치 못한 소동과는 거리가 제일 멀어야 할 장소죠.
Unless you'd rather be asleep and alive, which I can totally understand.
아, 그렇다는 건 진기한 소동이라는 뜻인가요?
A precious commotion. Everyone except the drowsy Honglu was tensed up, carefully looking at what was going on. Is that... Someone was running this way in a hurry from the other side. The civilian was too busy running to look ahead. They bumped into the sinners and fell to the ground.
저기로 가면 안 돼요.
Thanks for the warning, lady.
자자, 안심하시오. 우리는 그대들을 지키기 위해 달려온.
영혼 같은 건 아니니까 쓸데없는 말은 하지 마시죠.
Please let Dawn reenact her fantasies of being a shining knight, a hero, one might say.
어이, 우린 저 앞으로 가야 돼. 별것도 아닌 걸로 멈춰 세운 거면 몽둥이 찜질 당할 줄 알아라.
She's not trying to stop you, she's just running away. Looking at Heathcliff's intimidating face and Ishmael's frowned expression in turn, the civilians seem to take a moment to consider which would be more of a threat.
있어서는 안 될 것이. 뭔지는 모르겠어요. 처음 보는 것이 다들 소리 지르면서 도망치다가 사람들이 나뒹굴고 불에 타고.
앞에 있던 것이 인간의 형태가 아니었나?
네, 맞아요. 맞아요.
사람이 아닌 것이라면
Keeping the suspected possibilities in our minds, we headed for the center of the disturbance.
이게 어떻게 된 일이죠?
Oh, hey, it's the looks like it's the Brazen Bull. If I had to guess. Nice way to introduce him, I guess.
그 뒤틀림인지 뭔지일 수도 있는 거 아니야? 치킨집처럼.
No, it's different. That one is an abnormality, not a distortion. I'm sure of it. Somehow.
단테 씨가 말씀하신 대로 환상체일 확률이 높습니다. 관리자는 느낄 수 있으니까요.
But then, why? Why is an abnormality in the middle of a nest?
파우스트도 보고받아본 적 없는 현상이네요. 대부분의 로보토미 지부들은 몰락과 동시에 지부 폐쇄를 진행했어요.
The brazen bull is a nasty thing for those who are not aware of it. I don't recall if it was a real torture device or if it was just one of those sort of like legendary ones that sort of like got like mocked up and like artistically created. But the idea behind it is it's an iron bull that you put a person inside and then you heat it up, essentially cooking them alive. Oh, this one was real? Alright then. But yeah, you cook them alive inside a giant iron bull. Because might as well be stylish about it instead of just making an iron casket. Was there a reason why it was a bull shape rather than like a cylinder or rectangle? Maybe there's more to the story. Yeah. I was reminded of the site burial Yuri talked about, but I quickly shook off the gloomy memories.
설사 그 사이에 환상체가 탈출을 했더라도 적어도 이번 작전 직전에는 보고가 있었어야 타당해요. LCC가 저런 광경을 확인하지 못했을 것이라고 생각하긴 어려우니까요.
저기 있는 사람들은 K사 쪽에서 파견된 직원들일까요?
환상체를 제압하고 있다기보다는 그냥 무참히 짓밟히고 있는데요.
And yeah, we kind of got wrecked by K-Corp security beforehand.
마치 D사지부에서 신나게 쥐어터졌던 우리 모습을 보는 것 같은 걸.
아니, 전에 닭집도 그러더니 K사는 원래 이런 거야? 이제 이런 식의 환영 인사는 사양하고 싶은데.
Right as they complained, debris created by the abnormality narrowly grazed past us.
뭐해? 얼빠지게 구경만 하고 있다간 우리도 저 새끼들도 모조리 곤죽행이라고.
The King of Minos. Gotcha. Yep. And the Minotaur. Yep. Gotcha. Head and neck of the brazen bull was shaped so that the dying person's screams bellowed out the mouth. Alright then. Thank you for elaborating on it. For some reason I thought that it was like a Central Asian torture device. But no, it's more Mediterranean, I guess. Fair enough.
단단히 착각하고 있는 모양인데 저기 제정신 아닌 꼬맹이가 매일 짓거리는 헛소리에 세뇌라도 당한 건가?
That sucks for the guy in question.
어이? 정신 나간 꼬맹이가 어디 있는 곳이오?
I like how Don sounds there.
어이? 정신 나간 꼬맹이가 어디 있는 곳이오?
길잡이는 분명 소란이 해결된 후에 돌아오라 했지. 우리더러 직접 나서라고 말한 적은 없었다.
Otis is not wrong there.
아니, 넌 뭘 그렇게 개같이 빙빙 꼬아 생각하는 거냐? 방금 못 봤어? 내 대가리가 터질 뻔했잖아. 우리한테 뭔 불똥이 튈 줄 알고. 다 두드려 패버리면 끝날 일을. 뭐 방석 깔고 구경할까? 치킨 뜯으면서? 어?
임무와 직결되지 않은 싸움에 구태여 목숨을 저당 잡힐 필요는 없다는 말이다.
I do think it would be nice if he had a cricket bat, certainly. But yeah, all the characters in this are based on literary characters. Heathcliff from, I believe, Wuthering Heights. Otis referring to Odysseus. Otis being nobody in the name Nobody that he gave to the Cyclops. We've also got like Ishmael from Moby Dick, Mousseau from The Stranger. A variety of other characters, certainly, including Don Quixote from Don Quixote. As for why a baseball bat, Probably because Heathcliff's like being portrayed as essentially a violent thug, and I suppose like in like common perception, you'll often see like violent thugs wielding baseball bats, I guess. So at the very least, I think the baseball bat certainly helps to convey that. Although a cricket bat would be appropriate for how British he is.
너희 같은 우물들은 느끼지 못했겠지만 죽는 횟수가 거듭될수록 전투의 효율도 조금씩 떨어져 간다.
Is that a thing?
겪어본 고통일수록 더 두려워지는 법이니까.
Yeah, that's true, certainly. A wooden sword, oh yeah. I'll get like a bokken or a shinai or something.
하지만 앞에서 사람들이 계속 죽어가고 있는데요?
시간은 걸리고 희생은 많겠지만 언젠간 제압을 하겠지. 바로 우리처럼. 그리고 죽을 때마다 부모나 찾으며 울던 녀석이 몸소 희생을 자처할 줄은 몰랐군. 이제 죽는 것 따위는 우스운가 보지?
수감자들 사이에서 최적의 판단을 내려야 한다면 이자의 말이 맞다.
We're not fixers, and we certainly cannot be heroes. Turning the clock obviously hurts whenever I do it, and the pain is something I can never get used to. And yet, I think we should suppress it. I can't logically explain why, but I feel like we should. And she's gonna have her about face here.
시계 대가리에 너도 똑같은 헛소리를 했다면 시계째로 으깨고 뛰쳐나갔을 거야.
결정이라면 따르겠습니다.
그래 뭐 잘한 선택일 거야.
저 그렇게 판단해 주셔서 감사해요.
별것도 아닌 일에 쓸데없이 잡생각이 많군 시계. 예술가는 못 되겠어. 다른 누구도 아닌 당신을 위한 결정이었습니다, 관리자님.
The sinners walk ahead after leaving me a comment. While all the other sinners went ahead, Faust remained and gave me a peculiar stare. What is it? You think my judgment was inefficient?
아니요. 모든 기억을 되찾은 당신이 어떤 반응을 할지 흥미로워서요.
Hold on a second. If this abnormality is outside of L Corp, that means it is not being suppressed by the Cliff-Off field. Yeah, I suppose no wonder it's going to wipe out our sinners based on the prologue. For this chapter, at least. Faust's strange statement held me in place for a moment. I decided I want to deal with questions that are immediately ahead of me first. Faust, I've been wondering for a while. Are you really okay with being treated like this? Considering your talent and everything? Someone of Faust's caliber should have no problem enjoying a luxurious life in the city.
파우스트는 괜찮아요. 그리고 인재라는 말은 파우스트에게 적합한 단어는 아닌 것 같군요. 인재는 다수가 될 수 있지만 파우스트는 다수에 포함되고 싶지 않으니까요. 수감자 중에 가장 상식적인 의미의 인재에 대해 논한다면 이상 씨가 있겠네요. 참고로 저는 천재고요.
Yi-sang stops walking behind other sinners and turns around to face me. Looking again, his eyes are actually staring into the emptiness behind me.
그렇지 않소. 나는
날개짓을 멈춘 지 오래요. 그러니 재능을 논하는 것은 무용한 짓일 테요, 관리자.
Dots. Curiously enough, I find that some sinners feel more distant as we spend more time together.
저 날아다니는 기계는 뭐지? 아까부터 거슬려. 110생을 3000번째 하고 있는 중.
Guess we're gonna be fighting K-Corp drones before we get in, maybe?
저건 드론이라 불리는 것이요.
아, 어쩌면 K사에서 저희를 도와주기 위해 파견한 전투용 드론일지도 모르겠네요. K사는 기술이 평균 수준 이상으로 발전한 둥지 같으니까요.
Yeah, but we're not exactly from K-Corp, so... Guess we'll find out what their IFF systems are like.
아니요. 생김새를 보아하니 전투 기능은 따로 마련되어 있진 않아 보여요. 그리고 가운데엔 카메라가 달려 있군요.
Oh, reporters, perhaps? Or just the corporation observing matters?
뭐, 잘 사는 도시에 이런 난장판이 벌어졌는데 카메라들이 몰릴만도 하겠네요.
Abashed, Ishmael mumbled.
우리도 그럼 뉴스라는 거에 나오는 것인가?
그런데 이 드론들 왜 시체랑 죽어가는 사람들만 찍고 있는 거예요?
뭐 자극적인 쪽으로 시선이 몰리는 건 당연한 일이지 않겠어?
이만큼 끔찍한 사고가 일어났다. 뭐 이런 거지 않을까?
하지만
잠깐 꼬맹이 앞에!
I think Sinclair just got wiped out.
아무리 봐도 이상하잖아요.
Sinclair!
이것 봐요. 왜 저를 계속 찍고 있는 건데요?
난 혼 없는 관객은 좋아하지 않아.
수가 적지 않다. 그리고 이 드론 환상체가 날뛰는 지역에 접근하지 못하도록 의도적으로 봉쇄를 하고 있는 것 같군.
그럴 리가. 도와주러 온 사람한테 굳이 나서서 방해를 하겠어?
Now the drones started lining up and formed a wall as if to stop us from going any farther.
안녕하십니까. 시민 여러분의 안전을 위해 10m 이상 물러나 주시기를 바랍니다.
Hey, you sound like the other turrets in Portal.
K사의 직원들이 파견되었습니다. 시민 여러분은 안전합니다. 10m 이상 물러나 주시기를 바랍니다.
아니, 그러니까 그 잘난 너네 직원들이 다 뒤져가고 있다니까?
안녕하십니까. 시민 여러분은 안전합니다. 10m 이상 물러나 주시기를 바랍니다.
If you refuse to keep 10 meters away, we will dispose of you in order to keep you safe.
애초에 말이 안 되는 방송이에요. 이런 난장판에서 고작 10m 이상 물러난다고 안전해지겠어요?
쓸데없는 짓거리를 하는구만. 고장이 났던 설계가 잘못된 것이든 일단 이놈들을 전부 격추해야 방해 안 받고 환상체한테 붙을 수 있겠어.
Alright. Battle it is. Let's check out these guys, shall we? New enemies.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Okay, so... Makes sense, they are resistant to bleed. Sanity fixed at 0. Extra damage from rupture, huh? Alright. Extra damage from piercing as well. Alright. That guy's just going to evade, huh? Yep, sure. Start bashing these guys.
끝났어.
깐디기 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
Oh, and a new feature, you're able to have multiple announcers in battle. So instead of just being stuck with Charon or Gregor, we can choose to have them both at once, which is great. Yeah, that. Yep, get gripped. Yeah, go with that.
이대로 가보자고.
예측대로.
Hello, Blank Rabbit. Glad you were reporting for work today. Hope you're doing alright. And we've just started chapter 4.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
I'll just win rate this now, right?
거치적거리지만 마.
Oh, they explode nicely.
빈틈 투성이로.
Stop evading, damn it.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
It was released
우리가 우세.
less
서둘러 끝내보자고.
than 12 hours ago, so definitely still the same day for me. It might have been yesterday for some people, depending on time zone, certainly.
이대로 가보자고.
활그로. 활그로.
침묵했어.
내
Alright.
피가 배고파했어.
Got more of you buggers.
그치?
Now then. Okay, so some of these are slightly different, probably in terms of attacks. They do reduce sanity of us. Now, they have actually changed how sanity works, so you do gain a lot less during combat. But they're still tinkering with it, so we'll see. We'll see how things go. Let's go with that for you. And go.
끝났어.
Stop dodging, damn it. Alright, this will be a nice bonk on them.
이봐. 버틸 자신 있어?
끝이.
늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Okay. And we definitely want to do that. And we don't have level. Let's start hitting a bunch of enemies at the same time.
거치적거리지만 마. 예측대로. 승리를 위해서라면.
Especially since they have to complete the
좋아.
piercing,
계속 집중하지.
and this also inflicts rupture on them.
이봐. 버틸 자신 있어?
Hey Hermit, how you going? And people are excited! People are excited that there's more story content.
침묵했어.
I know at least one person has already finished where you're at.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
Alright.
거치적거리지만
And
마.
you can just get wrecked.
쓰러졌군.
You guys have a pretty high stagger bar, I have to say. There we go. Alright, level 12, burning it down ASAP. Alright.
생각보다 날뛰어버렸군. 책상에서만 썩기 아까운 솜씨인걸?
Okay, so we got our EX rank, getting some XP for our characters. 61, huh? I'm just curious. How much do you need to actually... Okay, cool, you'll actually... Yeah, no worries. You guys are leveled up pretty fast. Alright. Yeah, they're not out yet. It's just the story mode for now. Everything's sort of like coming out like 1 week is going to be this, next week is going to be another thing, and so on until they're sort of done with that. So we'll see how things go. Alright, drones and abnormalities. Getting suspicious drones out of the way, we're dealing with the chaos. They look quite expensive at a glance, and the K Corp logo on them makes me all the more hesitant about destroying them. I'm worried about what K Corp's gonna say about this if they decide to kick up a stink.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
최선을 다해보지. 아이, 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Yeah, the new mystery dungeon is certainly going to have a whole lot more going for it versus the one that we currently got.
이대로 가보자고.
Oh wait, these have been we're in abnormality mode now, are we?
끝이.
늦으면 에피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Stagger threshold rises by 50% more from tremor bursts. Okay. Guess they're trying to make tremor a thing now, considering the new IDs, tremor IDs. Alright. Okay, so let's start assigning our moves. We can go with that. Yeah, that's a guaranteed win. We'll probably be able to screw that guy over, certainly. And... Actually, you can attack over there. That sounds good to me. Hey there, Sion. How you going? Quite.
이대로 가보자고.
You Limbus dropped. So we're doing the Limbus. That one's broken, so we can finish you off. Okay. I'll do a little bit more damage on you if I can. go over here. Using 7 Yisang. I like 7 Yisang. Oh, let's grip you while we're at it.
직접 나서지.
Get gripped!
예측대로.
Alright, bashing these drones
좋아.
good.
계속 집중하지.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
I'm really close, I see. I've only got 2 health left. You do that. That. And that.
정화.
침묵했어.
꽤 잘 갈려.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
쓰러졌고.
Wonked and alt.
활그로.
내 피가 배고파 있어.
Alright.
잘 됐다.
Guess that's why this was an abnormality fight. Because we're fighting an abnormality over here. Brass Bull Tearful. Okay, we don't have the story of this guy yet. It takes a lot of work to get a full avatar costume done, because you have to have both the artist do it and the rigger to add it on to your model. And generally, they have waiting lists of a year and up. It takes a long time to get these done because of the sheer amount of work that goes into it and the queues involved. I do want to get at least regular artwork done of myself dressed up as Limbus characters and the like. I was hoping to get a Dante one ready for my schedule, but the artist wasn't able to do it, so that's alright. I'm gonna go and try and get another artist to do it soon. But it won't be a model thing, it will just be some custom artwork that's done. Alright. So, don't know what most of your attacks do. We also don't know your weaknesses yet, because this is our first time running in here. Don't know your passives. Do a lot of burn, I see. Slashing, damage, and burn. The library patrons instead of using... I do actually already have art dressed up as patrons, actually. Angela and Tifareth in this instance. I'll see if I can find it for you. Give me a moment, all right? Both. Both lobotomy and library. Let me just re-upload them. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay. And... Alright, hold on. There is one. There is two. And give me another moment. And there is 3. All done by the same artist, Gigamessi. They are a great artist. Sadly, I'm not able to hire them at the moment. Hopefully it'll become possible in the future. But I've had them do a lot of art for me over the years, and that's some of them right there. Okay, let's get back into this fight. Okay, so single body. Burn counter, raise stagger threshold, inflict burn. And yeah, that looks like your strong attack. Yeah, that's your strong one. This one's also fairly beefy, but this one's even beefier. So let's take you out there. Take you down. I don't know the bull's resistances yet. We have to actually clash with it in order to find out the resistances. Alright, let's see how this goes.
거치적거리지만 마.
Oh, ouch. Oh.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
지금 뭘 잘못했는지는 알기나 해. 드라마에서 봤어.
Doesn't look like piercing is very good, although it could just be the
응원하는 게
NB.
도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
Alright, let's have a look now. Alright, bludgeoning and sloth and gloom look to be effective against this guy. Still need to find out about some of the other ones. He didn't care about that, unfortunately, so... But this one should be quite effective. Assuming we can get it to hit. Hopefully you don't have a passive to do with burning yourself or anything. I don't think you do. But I suppose we'll find out. Let's Flash Wind. Okay. Get a fragile on you at least. Hang on. Got a bunch of lust here, actually. So this might be able to help us by doing a swap over here, but that should be... It's a stronger attack in general, so we'll go with that.
거치적거리지만 마.
This one is going to actually be really helpful in terms of boosting our sanity now that sanity gain has been nerfed a bit. It is slashing, unfortunately, but we are going to introduce some vulnerabilities to you.
아, 방금은 좋지 않았어. 뭐 그럴 수도 있지. 포기하지만 말자고.
Ouch. Oh, okay. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now we're doing some damage.
아는 것부터가 시작이랬어.
Turns out we just need this one.
불사위.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Okay, still don't know about the passives. I'm assuming we'll find out more later. Got most of them now.
제대로
Let's
가보자고.
finish him off.
예측대로 쓰러졌다.
Bulls on the loose.
겨우 다 처리했네. 설마 이 드론들 우리 보고 물어내라고 하진 않겠지?
Build the company.
합당한 방어였다고 제 선에서 보고서로 처리해보죠.
파우, 내가 말했던가? 자기는 정말 뭐라 해야 하지? 암튼 그거 짱이야.
깨달음이 느리신 편이군요.
Fast is pretty good. I'm glad that wasn't a phase 2. My prediction is that we're going to be fighting the bull later on and it's going to be stronger.
뭔가 이상해요. 이 환상체요. 평소와는 다른 느낌이 들어요.
평소라고 할 만큼 많이 겪은 건 아닌 것 같지만 뭐 주위에 소리 지르는 구경꾼들이 있다는 정도가 다르긴 한가?
어떻게 된 거야 이 환상체들? 둥지 복판에 나타난 것도 모자라서 왜 지금까지 만난 환상체보다 더 끔찍해졌지?
And I've seen that one in the mirror dungeon a few times too. Never in a fight though. Come to think of it, what was the deal with those abnormalities in the mirror dungeons that didn't fight us?
우리가 본 건 거울 던전의 균열을 통해서 엿본 환상체의 심상이자 보금자리예요.
그것은 굉장히 좁고도 불안정한 균열이요.
맞아요. 그래서 한정된 상호작용만 가능했던 거죠.
그딴 건 모르겠고 이건 왜 이리 끈질겨? 철도에서 잡은 것들만큼 독한데.
Frog Abno is a good boy who did nothing wrong. Quite right, Hermit. Just like Letitia. Yeah, everything we do is canon. Which is essentially what I've expected so far, because that's been the case in all the previous games as well, right? With like Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Ruina. Everything in that has been, you know, it has lunar narrative resonance. So like, you know how in a lot of games, like, you might criticize them for lunar narrative dissonance, where you find that the stuff that you're doing in-game doesn't mesh with the storyline. To use an example, in Fallout 4, the main plot line is tracking down your lost child. However, in Fallout 4, chances are what you're doing is going around like a murder hobo, looting a whole bunch of ruins in order to like construct random like pieces of like junk into weapons and like building up settlements for your own pleasure, which doesn't like help out your objective at all. That is an example of lunar narrative dissonance, because like the main character seems very fixated on their child. It is like it's that sort of story. Because NPCs have plot armor, unlike in New Vegas. Yeah, that's. I didn't play a lot of Fallout 4, I admit. I played about 2 hours or something like that and got bored. I know it says 6 hours. Fair enough. I played about 6 hours and got bored. But yeah, that's an example of a ludonarrative dissonance. However, Saints Row, like you're acting like a murder hobo in that, but the story like actually treats you as a murder hobo, so that has ludonarrative resonance. I don't think the GTA games, like they try to sort of like make your character more sympathetic and like try to be more realistic, but you're doing the same stuff you do it in Saints Row, essentially. So there is dissonance there, whereas you have resonance in Saints Row. Yeah, everyone's a murder hobo in Saints Row. Like it's a messed up universe. Everyone's insane, but that's how the game works, and that's how the story works. So like it feeds off of each other. The Project Moon games also have ludonarrative resonance with everything that you're doing being reflected by the story, and like that's got that sort of feedback loop. Which is why I really enjoy that. Yeah, imagine if GTA 6 suddenly went aliens. That would be absolutely stupid. Now, personally, I enjoyed Saints Row 2 and 3 the most. I wasn't the biggest fan of Saints Row 4 having like superpowers and all that. I still think it fits for the Saints Row universe, but I preferred it being a little bit more down to earth in 2 and 3. I think 2 was my favorite, but 3 was also very good. But yeah, I enjoyed those games. If Saints Row 2 and the PC weren't so unreliable, I would probably have done a stream of Saints Row 2. Who knows, I might do a stream of Saints Row 3 at some point, if that's something that people want, but yeah.
확실히 그러하다.
I don't think it was as hard as a railway boss, but it wasn't weak.
게다가 환상체에게서 떨어지는 이 기분 나쁜 액체는 뭐죠?
That would be pretty good, Hermit. I'd be down for that. You're probably looking at more adventure games, I guess. That, like, I suppose you could consider, like, Wolf on... what is it? What was the Telltale game? Like, The Wolf Among Us? I was going to say Wolf on Wall Street, but that's obviously not it. Yeah, The Wolf Among Us. Like, that's got a very noir sort of feeling to it. Already replaying it, waiting for Season 2. Yeah, alright. At least I was spot on for what you're interested in, right? I don't know, there's probably other games out there that have a similar sort of feel, but you're probably looking at more adventure-type games. As the Sinners pointed out, the abnormalities here were clearly different from what we encountered before. This is... oozing a mysterious liquid with a blue glint.
성분을 검토할 시간은 없으니 최대한 신체와 닿지 않게 해야겠어요.
Probably a good idea, Faust. Okay. I did play one of the Broken Sword games. I think it was 4 or something like that. Like, it was on, like, the Xbox or something like that. I don't think I finished it, but I was enjoying it. It was, pretty cool. I think I got annoyed at one point, like a stealth section or something like that. I don't recall.
알아. 굳이 묻히면서 다닐 생각은 없다고.
야, 이것들 어디서 뭐 잘못 주워 먹은 거 아니야? 무슨 광견병 걸린 것 마냥.
히스클리프 씨, 위요!
Heathcliff was knocked onto the ground, unable to resist.
관리자님, 아무래도 고생 좀 하시겠네요.
Everything bad happens to Heathcliff.
제가 간언했다는 점 꼭 기억해 주시기 바랍니다, 관리자님.
I think that's the first time she's like actually criticized us. Like she's telling us, "I told you so." He's speaking back to the manager. Well, you had nothing but value. You're not wrong.
총원, 전투 준비.
Figured it would come to this. I'm too far to be afraid of pulling dead sinners back into life. Let's beat him and head back. Bongy Head was pretty great. Alright, gonna be fighting the bull again, I'm guessing.
가장 순수한 세상으로.
Alright, and they've all leveled up. That's good. So we'll have a slight boost there, I guess. Okay, yep, that's the same dialogue there. Okay, let's go. I wouldn't be surprised if like a Bongy plush ends up getting released at some point.
몸이 따라줄진 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지. 최선을 다해보지.
Alright, looks like they're doing this fight again.
방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Alright. Oh wait, hold on, this is it's not an abnormality fight. Fair enough.
예측대로.
Yeah, probably. I really want to go to hand, pang, pang. Like, I know my brother and his partner want to go to South Korea at some point as like for like culinary tourism. They've said like hey, like if I want to come along, like I'd be able to. Like it's just a matter of like when we're able to sort of get the money for it and the time. But I know that if I ever go to South Korea, I am going to go to hand, pang, pang. 100%.
승객이 따끔 한 방 먹였어.
That is a
적들이
must.
흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
쓰러졌고.
Punch him. Explode that.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Take out some more drony drones. Would have been nice if you got the kill with the execute to give us all sanity.
꽤잘 갈렸고. 쓰러졌고.
행구도. 아 옛날 버릇이. 적사살 좋아.
And copies of your art to show them. They would love the art of your character dressed up as that. Alright. Yeah, let's go with that.
거치적거리지만 마.
Your fault.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
Yeah. Have a taste of that, will ya? Ouch. Okay. Got at least one hit there.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
Here we go. Actually, you do this one. And yeah, sure. Keep your
직접 나서지.
sanity from degrading too much. And Ebony Queen's Apple should do a lot of damage because of their piercing vulnerability. Oh, and one of them staggered as well, so that one's going to get wiped out. I think their sin resistances are all neutral. I'll double check for you.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
Yeah, sin resistances all neutral. Probably because they're robots.
탐구는 끝났어. 침묵했어.
Yeah, no problem. As they say, reading is half the battle.
예측대로. 쓰러졌고. 생각보다 날뛰어버렸군. 책상에서만 썩기.
Yeah,
아까운 솜씨인걸?
honestly, I kind of wanted these like ticket ones, so that I can more efficiently level up characters instead of having to use like ticket 3s or ticket 2s to sort of like finish them off. Ticket 1s, I can use them to I just get them over the edge essentially. Alright. Got this one again. Straight into combat.
탐구할 것은 무엇이오?
Is this going to be the bull? Ruiner players can read, comprehension is another thing. Some of them can't even read, some of them just go unga bunga.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나. 힘내긴 해보자고.
Okay. Straight into it early.
직접 나서지.
More drones. In defense of some Ruiner players, some of the things can be a little bit hard to understand until you see it in action, at which point it might possibly be too late.
응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나. 힘내긴 해보자고.
The sign that I'm too used to Red Mist and already so.
유효타. 좋아. 계속 하지. 행구더. 아, 옛날 버릇이.
Isod is indeed the king of Unga Bunga after all.
탐구는 끝났어.
Yeah, I thought all this was chaotic before, like when I was like initially watching the trailers and all. But like you really sort of start to get into like seeing the huge sort of like mass clashes. And you also get like some instances where it's like a lot of sort of like one-on-one fights that you get to sort of like focus it on. So it's not as much of a problem as I thought it was going to be. You sort of figure out how the fight's going to go like before you get into the fight as well. So alright.
잘됐다. 그치?
I wouldn't be surprised if we got a Hana ID, certainly. Like, there's absolutely no reason why not. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's what we want. Yeah.
정화.
It just depends on what they feel like fits with their vision of the game, I guess, as well as the state of the game, like if they feel like they need a certain ID for this like part of the game or anything, balance-wise, or if they just feel like something's more flavorful at a certain point. We'll see anyway.
예측대로.
I'm inclined to say that yes, we will get Hana, because if only because Hana is the Korean number,
응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나?
have it for like Korean
생각을
thread.
해보자고. 이대로 가보자고.
Here we go.
승리를 위해서라면.
I mean, I feel like the one most likely to get an Arbiter ID is Otis, if only because of her voice actress. Same voice actress as Gina, aka Arbiter.
나보다 잘 타는 걸. 우리가 우세. 서둘러
I
끝내보자.
like when they get hit with maggots. It's like having like a bit, like, I suppose not quite corrosion or anything like that, but it's like having a really reliable burn on them essentially, while also inflicting a little bit of bleed.
이대로 가보자고.
빈틈투성이로군. 예측대로 쓰러졌군.
Ripped.
다음.
And punched.
생각보다 날뛰어버렸군. 책상에서만 썩기 아까운 솜씨인걸?
Okay. So, return. You no longer see those annoying drones. Now it's us between the abnormalities. A threat we actually should remove. Alright, so this is probably going to be a tougher fight. Let's say recommended level 30, so
파우스트가 나설 만한
level
곳이어야 할
35
겁니다.
should be alright, right?
최선을 다해보지. 아이씨, 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Okay, he's got a bit more health now. We do have his story now, which is good, and we've got his passives. Alright. At the end of the turn, if the unit has 3 plus unresolved sorrow, generates a head next turn and changes behavior. Alright. And if it has 3 plus unresolved sorrow and the head is broken, becomes staggered next turn. Yeah, no problem, Herbert. Thank you very much for stopping by. Definitely have some dinner. Oh, I just realized this guy's a Teth class, huh? Alright. At the start of the turn, gain attack power down by the count. At the end of the turn, if this effect is at 3 plus count, changes to expanding sorrow. Okay, do you have anything that gives that to you? Or is it just something that you gain over time? Maybe it's one of your other attacks. As long as it ain't one of the birds, I'm good. Fair enough. Okay. Generates a head, huh? Alright. Let's read the story for it, shall we? Composed of steel plates with bluish rust and marks left by heat. Its appearance resembles that of an animal commonly referred to as the bull. Though the analysis isn't precise, the material's properties suggest it consists of an alloy of copper and zinc. One of the Smiths writing this. it has another component other than steel plates. There appears to be a human-like being inside it, the Brazen Bull. K-Corp's drones are flying around it. They appear to be filming sinners occasionally. Though the reason or principle is unclear, it's thrown into a state of agitation. Because it was expected to make the battle more unfavourable for us as it went on, I suggested to the manager that the drones be destroyed first. The being inside constantly had a facial expression one would make while in pain. Its movements tend to be erratic and abrupt, possibly due to the pain caused by the heat. Its body is assumed to have intense heat. Whenever a sinner was attacked by it, causalgia and burns could be observed. Clouds of gas, assumed to be breaths or steam, were observed near its head. Sometimes raised its body to slam a sinner with its weight, and other times, from the head, the human-like being emerged for an attack. Its dizzying cry left a lasting impression. When a sinner was attacked by the human-like being, they would display serious depression, so probably sanity damage. The mental damage possibly caused them to be immobilized or become reluctant in combat. This effect is expected to be temporary. Concerned that it might render sinners unable to further participate in battle, the manager has ordered to prioritize disabling its head. It is deemed to be an effective approach. The human-like being could no longer be observed in battle once dealt with. No further discoveries to be made. The observation log is concluded. It suffered for such a long time, unable to do anything about the raging thirst, the flesh endlessly burning and searing. Oi! Kid's still messed up. Faust will take care of it. Alright, so Yi Sang added a comment. That's probably Heathcliff and obviously Faust over there. Alright. So speed has been lowered, it seems. You're not as fast as you were before. You do roll between 1 and 4. Alright. I still got the same resistances as before. But obviously we don't have our egos to help us out. Go with that.
당구는 끝났어.
Damn it.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보.
The offensive level is down. That's good. That was just for that turn, admittedly.
힘내게 해보자고.
Alright. Here we go. So, new attack. Clash, lose, gain sorrow. On hit, target loses sanity. Raise stagger threshold by 50% of damage dealt. Yeah, we don't want that. As you can see, Otis over here. Stagger threshold used to be at the halfway point. It's been raised a little bit because of that. Thankfully, he doesn't take much damage from those attacks. Okay. So you do that. And that.
직접 나서지.
Alright, so
딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
we're lowering your attack power now with the Unchained Resolve. Oh damn. Got lucky there. That'll help with sanity. The longer the clash, the more sanity you get. assuming you win. Oh crap. Oh good.
늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Okay, yep, so more unresolved sorrow is being gained. That will bring the head out. But it's also going to become expanding sorrow, which might boost its attack power. So let's be careful, shall we? And we're still gonna proc it, I guess. Gotta find out what happens. Surely. Because you've got a paralyze on at the moment. Let me check. 7 plus 4, 4 plus 5. Pin down. Sorry. Alright, that's a stronger attack, so what I might do, I'll target that one there, and sadly we're not going to get a good idea of how strong these attacks are going to be because of the paralyze screwing with things. We'll see how things go at least. Yeah, go with that.
당구는 끝났어.
Okay, so we've got a good paralyze on you next round because of winning that flash, which is nice. Oh crap. Alright, so
최선을 다해보자.
expanding sorrow,
방금 벌레만은
and
듣지
the
않다는 사람
head's
누구야?
gonna come out, right? Yeah, changes behavior. Yeah, we've got the head now, which is going to have a new set of things here. Heated cries. Alright, we don't want this to win because it's going to boost it. Okay. If we do get hit by it, it is going to inflict wavering emotions on us. Which is not nice. Sinking is not fun, but it's going to hurt our sanity. Okay. So yeah, we definitely want to be winning the fights with the head, which is going to be most of them, I guess. Mostly head attacks now. Okay. Thankfully, the paralyze on the body should render this attack pretty shit. So we can attack you with whatever we want. I want to do that because there's still the chance of losing if we roll a 1. What we will do... we go with that. Go with a cackle instead. And we can sort of get you involved over here and possibly use an ego attack. Does wipe that out. Struggle. Okay. In which case... go with that. And hold on. Gonna take slightly less damage, so we'll go with that. Okay.
직접 나서지.
Actually, that was really nasty in terms of damage.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어? 좋은 판단은 아니었어. 머리 좀 식히고 다시 가보자고.
늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Okay. So what did we learn about the head? Head is vulnerable to piercing. Alright. I do have one who simps Swaggy. You deal extra damage. Okay. Alternatively, we target that. Otis is the only one here who takes sort of like reduced damage. Oh, congratulations, Swaggy! Good job. Let's do that. Wish you were faster so I could frickin' paralyze you. Targeting anyway. This is maybe we just don't clash with you. Yeah. that one go through. Sure.
거치적거리지만 마. 여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Damn straight it's got a purpose.
방금은 좋지 않았어. 뭐 그럴 수도 있지. 포기하지만 말자고.
That's what I was worried about. But if it only clashes once, then we're able to do that.
늦으면 메피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
There we go. Head will probably break. Do 2 attacks there. And should be fine.
탐구는 끝났어. 역시 예약.
쨍그랑 부위가 조각났어.
예측대로.
계속해도 돼.
I guess you can attack the head while it's broken. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if that was the case. There we go! Bull defeated. As the prolonged cycles of pain came to an end,
환상체 제압이 무사히 끝났군요. 버스로 복귀해도 되겠어요.
it was a success that accompanied many deaths and revivals on our side, but I nodded anyway. We got back on the bus, harboring a few unanswered questions.
예상보다 늦었군. 오래간만에 낮잠이란 걸 자볼까 생각하던 참이었는데 말이지.
God damn it, Vigilius. I explained the oddities we ran into earlier to Vigilius. To be more precise, Faust did the heavy lifting. I was expecting him to coldly tell me to do my job as a middle manager and follow whatever orders I'm given, but his answer was surprisingly earnest.
환상체라는 존재가 세간에 거의 알려지지 않았던 존재이니만큼 자세한 정보까지 쥐고 있는 것은 아닙니다. 딴테.
Didn't think you'd admit it right away. Faust flinched a little, but she didn't relay what I just said.
그런 건 추후에 파우스투 씨 쪽에서 잘난 우리 림버스 컴퍼니의 다른 부서들과 함께 속 시원히 밝혀줄 거라고 기대해 보지 않겠습니까?
Well, we did get 5 new levels. We're up to level 35 now, Sion.
그러죠.
Was Faust given any time to do research on this job? The mysteries were left unsolved, but if Faust accepted the suggestion without a hitch, that probably means she's thought of a way.
거기 왜 아까부터 자꾸 어깨를 움츠리고 다니는 거지?
Sinclair?
가뜩이나 조그맣던 통에 어깨까지 수그리고 다니니까 아예 보이지도 않는군.
지크프리드님을 다시 만날 수 있을 줄 알았어.
Poor Dom. Wanting to meet the legendary fixer Siegfried again.
지크프리드님이 누구셨더라?
He was the guy who killed you all in like a minute.
한 손으로는 저희를 베어가면서 다른 한 손으로는 기념사진을 찍었던 놈 아닌가요?
Quite right, Ishmael.
자크프리더.
Ishmael was breathing noisily through the nose. the incident at the checkpoint must have left some deep grudges on her. Yeah.
본인이 사람들을 구하는 모습 지크프리드님께도 보여드리려고 했단 말이오. 나중에 훌륭한 해결사가 되어서 만나기로 약속도 했는데.
아이 그런 건 오랜 시간이 지난 후 제외해야 감격이 큰 법이야 돈키호테. 차라리 잘 됐다고 생각해 보자고. 응?
Gregor actually offering some good advice because Gregor is a good boy.
확실히 어색하긴 하군.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
고경꾼이 많은 곳에서 벌어진 사건엔 그자가 빠질 리 없는데.
Is he perhaps dead?
아, 흔히 말하는 연예인 같은 분인가요?
I think he was suggesting that he was a glory hound. So celebrity is accurate.
비슷한 것 같군. 그자는 쇼맨십에 특화되어 있으니 보통 K사에서는 이럴 때 반드시 내보내지.
I mean, that might be why the drones were there. They might have wanted to capture Siegfried in action to show him taking out the abnormality.
하지만 모든 이목을 다 끌 수 있었던 사건에서 그자가 나타나지 않았다는 건
It means this isn't something they want people to notice.
지크프리드님을 그런 식으로 폄하하지 마시오. 그분이 냈던 자서전 영웅이란 모름지기 마지막까지 웃어야 한다. 42페이지 5번째 줄을 보면 때와 장소를 가리지 않고 약자들을 구하러 갈 것이라고 써 있었어.
Oh dear, he's got an autobiography. Don has read said autobiography, and Don has apparently memorized said autobiography. Oh boy, Don. Don.
그래. 그 신념 부디 잘 간직하고 있으라고.
Virgilius just like, alright, fine, believe whatever you want.
뭐라도 믿는 편이 헛날의 극한을 버티는 데 도움이 될 테니.
모두의 약점을 효율적으로 간파했소.
Alright, excellent. Another EX clear for us. And the client. I wonder how this progresses. Like before you could sort of like scroll like all the way to the end. Maybe I should have tried that to see how that goes. I don't know how long this is going to be anyway, so we'll see. I'll see if things go further than here, if it maybe like goes down or up. Client, you managed to defeat the abnormalities and got back on the bus. Who could be giving us a request? I looked out the window of the bus, pretending not to hear Ishmael's faint humming. As the futile conversations reached an end, the bus lazily pulled to a stop. We'd arrived in front of a building so tall that it would take a while to count the floors. A few shrank down as if intimidated. I understood Sinclair being one, but Heathcliff and Ishmael also seemed to be pressured. A few looked around with curious eyes, and some others walked with poise, like they knew that they deserved a royal treatment.
저희도 인지도라는 게 생긴 모양이에요. 이제야 평범한 사람들이 살만한 곳에 초대도 받고요.
God damn it, Honglu. Oh, we've earned some renown. We're finally being invited to places regular people would live. Because you're so bloody rich that you have a really distorted view of the world.
말해두는데 지난번처럼 터무니없는 의뢰랑 보수면 난 이 일에서 빠질 거니까 그렇게 알아.
I mean, technically you didn't ask what the chicken shop guy was going to give you. You just decided to go for it. You could have had like unlimited chicken from the Fried Chicken Corporation, but you decided to go with the bongy. Harold liked it. Heathcliff ground his teeth, whether by Hong Lu's words or due to memories of what we got the last time we were here.
아, 예상대로 조금 늦으셨군요.
That's Samjo again. Food resource development. As expected.
저자는
다시 만나 뵙게 되어 좋군요. 참고로 이건 비즈니스용 멘트가 아니라 진심입니다.
A familiar face I never expected to see again greeted us.
간다. 말했지?
I'm out. I'm done. Give it a moment. Let's at least hear what he has to say, okay? I mean, he probably would have given us the unlimited chicken if we had have done his request, but we didn't.
놔! 생닭들이랑 탱고나 추는 악몽을 꿔야 했던 기분을 네가 알아? 어?
사실 지난번 의뢰는 여러분의 역량을 테스트하기 위한 사전 의뢰였습니다.
I'm sure we tested well.
훌륭한 점수로 통과하셨고요. 축하드립니다. 이것도 진심이에요.
I'm surprised that we tested well.
누구 마음대로 테스트를 하고 점수를 줘. 이런 씨.
그거야 물론
저의 똑소리 나는 비서 삼조 씨 마음이죠. 여러분이 림버스 컴퍼니로군요.
Alright. Got a scientist-looking guy over here. Nice suit.
반가워요. 동랑입니다. 삼조 씨한테 이야기 많이 들었어요. 팬이 될 뻔했지 뭐예요.
Also from Food Resource Development.
팬이라였어 방금?
I have fans! You have so many fans, Don. Like you would not believe.
립 서비스잖아 돈키호테.
솔직히 말씀드리자면 사전 테스트를 해보자는 건 제 생각은 아니었어요. 여러분 실험용 닭도 아닌데 너무하잖아요.
네, 제가 제안했습니다.
Even better is an air conditioner.
그야 림버스 컴퍼니는 알려진 정보가 거의 없는 신생이면서도 아닌 듯한 정체불명의 회사잖아요. 저희가 동랑님 말씀만 덜컥 믿고 위험을 감수하면서까지 의뢰를 맡길 수는 없지 않겠습니까?
그러니까 의뢰를
Ishmael asked for a confirmation, her face seeming rather proud.
그거야 당연하죠. 왜냐하면 당신들은 여기서 이러지 말고 제 연구실 구경하러 갈래요? 재미있는 거 많이 있는데.
What were you gonna say there, Dongrang? You are expendable, perhaps? Changing the subject so shamelessly is only going to bother us more.
네? 동랑님 연구실로 데려가신다는 말씀이십니까? 이자들을요?
왜? 테스트는 통과했다면서 삼조 씨. 더군다나 방금 환상체라는 것까지 처리할 정도로 실력자이신 분들이라면
아하! 알고 계셨어? 역시 영웅들이 지나간 발자취는 금세 소문이 퍼지는가 보군.
Aha! This is what they call your popular phase, right? I'm in my popular phase.
말을 재밌게 하네요. 당신이 관리자인 단테님이라고 했나요? 잠깐 이야기 좀 가능할까요?
I'd love to! Tick, tock, tick, tock. I suppose you could, like, write out messages for him, right? Faust tried to say something to Dongrang, but he and Samjo dragged me far away by the time she stepped forward. Help! I need my translator. Okay, yep, so this is slowly expanding. Gotcha. I see how it works. Application. We saw someone we never thought would see again. But the sinners didn't seem too thrilled about the reunion. The client, who says his name is Dongrang, starts a friendly conversation, despite the fact that no one other than the sinners can hear what I say. Who did we run into again? Herman? Perhaps? I mean, I don't mind, but you can't hear me anyway.
사실 부끄러워서 말은 안 꺼냈는데 당신의 직원들 중 제 옛날 친구가 있어요.
Isang, perhaps? Oh, who is it?
그런데 그분도 부끄러웠는지 아는 척을 안 해주시더군요. 매우 서운했지만 내색 안 하느라 얼마나 힘들었던지.
Maybe you weren't as close as you thought then. Wait, can you hear my voice?
동랑님, 이분은 정상적인 소통이 불가능한 분입니다.
그래서 말하는 거야, 삼조 씨. 마치 태엽 달린 인형이 되고 걱정거리를 중얼거리는 꼬마 시절로 돌아간 것 같잖아.
Oh boy. You know, I don't know how I should feel about that. Meeting all these new NPCs, wonder if we're eventually going to meet any of the library's victims. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe we'll find out. But I bet they're saving that for later. But then again, this isn't really the library's story anymore. Angela's had her time. Roland's story has wrapped up. At least for now. This is now the story of Dante and his trip into hell and back again. Dongrang trying to be normal. Hey, numberist, how you going? It was a monologue? What are you two even doing? I'm mad. Also a numberist. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the Foxshrine. Hope you enjoy your stay.
제가 여러분께 의뢰를 부탁했던 것도 그 친구의 영향이 커요. 모르는 사람보다는 아는 사람이 더 믿음이 가는 법이잖아요.
I mean, that does make sense.
보이십니까? 제가 이래서 한치도 방심할 수가 없습니다. 정에 흔들리셔가지고.
그러니까 단테 씨는 저와 그 친구 사이는 알아서 잘 딱 깔끔하고 센스 있게 모른 척 해주세요. 알겠죠?
Alright. So you just want me to stay quiet about this conversation that you didn't have to have with me? You haven't even told me who that friend is. I can only let out a deep sigh and shake my head. Conversation that never got through, ended as arbitrarily as it began. This isn't asking a favor. You're giving me a notice. Divine.
여긴 연구실 복도입니다. 보통의 일반인이라면 여기까지밖에 못 들어오겠지만 동랑님의 특별 초대기도 하니 이 안쪽까지 안내해드리죠.
우와, 저도 이런 커다란 회사에서 일해보고 싶었는데 말이에요.
Yeah, well, you're working for Limbus Company now.
그럼 림버스 말고 이런 데 입사 지원해보지 그랬어?
농담이죠, 로자 씨. 이런 곳은 아무나 못 입사해요. 엘리트 중에서도 최정상 엘리트만이 올 수 있는 곳이란 말이에요. 마치 파우스트 씨나 이상 씨 같이.
And, so, I guess. who actually did used to work for N-Corp. Ishmael's remark gave me a good opportunity to bring up my earlier question. Yeah, why did you choose to join Limbus Company out of all the options you had? There's been better companies to apply for.
저는 파우스트니까요.
Of course. Understandable. Have a nice day. There was a certain energy in her confidently clarifying tone that discouraged me from asking any more questions. It is a very fast answer. What about you, Yi-sang?
구태여 돌아묻겠소. 관리자, 그대는 왜 이곳에 입사한 것이오?
Because I kind of feel obligated to be here, because you 12 are the only people I can speak to, as I have amnesia, and like this seems to serve as my best bet at getting to know myself. Also, I'm not sure if Virgilius would let me leave. I mean, that's because I had no other choice.
귀하가 스스로 답을 내주었구려.
There we go. Virgilius won't let you leave. Yeah, quiet. It probably answered the question. It answered the question in a fairly useless way. Looks like Ishmael wasn't exaggerating about the qualifications it takes to join this firm. The laboratory was dominated with a stillness that could only be achieved by everyone being in full focus.
단테 봤어? 냉장고에 간식들이 잔뜩 있어. 하나 아니 10개는 슬쩍 해도 티도 안 날 만큼.
Please don't pull a heist of the laboratory. We saw what happened last time we did a heist. It didn't go well for anyone. And we would break that stillness with nonchalance.
넉넉하게 챙겨가세요. 삼조 씨, 이따가 탕비실 간식들 소분으로 포장해서 이분들한테 나눠줘.
Alright, now I'm really suspicious. Like, you're being nice to us.
알겠습니다.
대박이다 이스. 지금이라도 나랑 이직 준비할까?
다 들려요, 로자 씨.
로자 씨, 근로 계약에는
I suppose if they're gonna give us free snacks, doesn't hurt to stock up on them. I mean, I know I wouldn't, like, if I got, like, a new job and they, like, said, like, hey, there's, like, a free cafeteria that you can sort of, like, eat at. I would totally eat at that cafeteria. It's fucking free.
농담, 파우스트 씨. 농담. 응?
Are you?
그럼 이제 의뢰 내용을...
Well, she's not joking about enjoying the free food. Especially if it's good food. And, like, from what we've gathered, K-Corp's, like, food resource development does have good food. Their fried chicken was the bomb.
이젠 하다 외부인들까지 들여오고 회사 견학까지 시켜주는 거야, 동랑?
You got fluffy hair.
아, 잠깐 실례. 이분은 슈렌네요. 옆부서 팀장이자 제 입사 동기인데 저한테 상처 입히는 말을 하기 위해 찾아오는 게 주요 일과시죠.
She reminds me a little bit of Malkuth or something. Like, Yeah, I can see the hard resemblance as well.
회사에선 네 팀에 할애하는 복지비가 이런 식으로 낭비되고 있는 것에 대해 누군가 한 명쯤은 말을 해야 하지 않나 싶었거든.
Death flag implanted. Please don't kill off Shren. Yeah.
아, 복지비에 대해 궁금한 거라면 올해의 최우수 부서 트로피를 받아보면 알 수 있을 거야. 그치, 삼조 씨?
Got a little bit of a inter-office rivalry here, I see.
최우수 부서가 받는 혜택을 전부 이야기하자면 날밤을 새야 할 정도죠.
아, 둘 다 똑같이 재수 없어.
라이벌인가? 어딜 가나 잘난 사람일수록 시기하는 사람도 많은 법이지.
시기는 발전의 원동력이니 잘난 쪽이 참아줘야죠. 어제 그 파이 가게에서 회식비로 사온 거 슈렌느 부서에도 돌릴까, 삼조 씨?
안 그래도 그럴 생각이었습니다. 후추, 고추, 상추, 카레 맛으로요.
Probably go for either the pepper or the chili flavored pie. Lettuce flavored? Like, how do you have like a lettuce flavor pie? That doesn't make sense to me.
그것도 맛있겠는데?
그럼 마저 얘기를 해보죠. 소문은 들었어요. 황금가지라는 유기물을 수집하는 신생 회사가 있다고.
I heard the rumors. Not heard. Heard. Yet the golden bells.
그리고 그 황금가지라는 건 폐쇄된 로보토미 지부에서만 발견되고요.
황금가지의 존재는 어떻게 알게 된 거지?
얼마 되지는 않았어요. 몇 달 전까지 연구실 근처의 로보토미 지부 시설을 연구실로 쓰고 있었거든요.
Alright.
그 끔찍한 곳에 연구소를 차렸다고?
I mean, there's interesting stuff to research there.
하지만 전부 매몰되었다고 했는데요.
뭐 각종 희귀한 자원이나 자료들이 남아 있었을 테니까.
Let's face it, human curiosity and desire and greed. People would absolutely dig up the facilities.
연구 대상에 환상체도 포함되었던 건가요?
알아보시는군요. 연구원이라면 그냥 지나칠 수 없는 존재죠.
I wonder if K-Corp is working out how to eat abnormalities. This would be an interesting new food to give to the people. It grows back like whenever it dies, so you'd be able to make sure that it's infinitely harvestable, right? Let's not eat abnormalities. Don, I'm looking at you, Don.
그렇다면 연구원이란 건 죄다 미친놈이군. 응? 잠깐. 너 설마 그때 헛소리하면서 닭대가리한테 돌 던진 것도...
히스클리프 씨는 가끔씩 예상치 못한 통찰력을 보여주실 때가 있네요. 당신들이 우연을 가장하여 뒤틀림을 소탕해야 하는 상황을 만든 것도 환상체 연구를 뒷받침해줄 수 있는 정보들을 얻기 위함이었군요.
아, 우리 삼조 씨는 연기가 영 능숙하지 못해요. 평생을 올곧게만 살아와서 그런가?
It was pretty obvious.
이해해 주세요. 저희로서는 뒤틀림과 환상체의 차이를 명확하게 알 재간이 없었거든요. 마음이 산산이 허물어졌을 때 뒤틀린다고 했었나요? 멋있는 비유였어요. 그렇다면 당신들이 허물어진 마음을 원상복귀시켜 준 건가요?
Hold on. If they have set up a lab in a L-Corp branch, that means that, like, that could explain how the bull was, like, out on the streets. Maybe it managed to, like, escape from K-Corp's containment and went on a rampage, because obviously K-Corp doesn't know how to handle abnormalities. That might be why that was out there.
무너진 마음을 대신 쌓아 올려주는 방법은 없어요. 길을 가르쳐 드린 거예요. 계속 머물지 그곳으로 걸어갈지는 은봉이네 호프집 사장님의 선택이었죠.
와, 당신 정말 많은 걸 아는군요. 제가 조금만 더 어렸다면 펄쩍 뛰면서 당신에게 하이파이브라도 시도했을 거예요.
언제든지 사양하죠.
You're always unwelcome to try.
동랑님, 또 이야기가 새고 있습니다.
그렇네요. 자, 우리가 로보토미 지부 시설에서 행복하게 연구를 하던 어느 날, 그곳에서 무력 습격 테러가 일어났어요. 아주 갑작스럽게요.
All right. And an attack on the facility could have let the bull out.
눈앞에서 폭탄이 터지는 걸 본 적 있나요? 장관이죠. 모든 것이 한순간에 시작되고 끝나버리더군요. 우주 같죠?
테러를 일으킨 세력은 어디였지?
I mean, like, if you think about it, like, this is essentially like a cyberpunk universe. Corporations are the powers. They've got like vast amounts of technology that can benefit the wealthy. The poor are oppressed. Hell, even the workers of like the corporations, like being like crippled by the like burdensome work that they are required to undertake. Look at like people who work for W Corp. They've got to like deal with like the passengers afterwards. People who like joined up for L Corp, which was considered one of the better corporations to work for, I might add, ended up having to work at Lobotomy Corporation, which, like, end of story. The amount of the people who had to like work for G Corp, old G Corp, had like stuff in their contracts that basically said like, hey, we can perform genetic experiments on you at will. And like L Corp like had those like, we've got contingencies in here. If we say that you got to sacrifice yourself to an abnormality because of a lottery or something, then you got to do it. Sucks to be you. I read a post recently that homed in on one of Yesod's quotes in Ruiner. The people of the city don't care about the process. They only care about the result. If the result is, say, like being able to teleport people, like, hey, it doesn't matter if we make them like suffer along the way. We have the power to restore them afterwards. Like, it's totally fine. Besides, if we like set up stasis carriages for everyone, that would reduce the amount of people that would be able to get on the train at a time. It would cost a lot of money for us. And hey, we could make it prestigious for like the rich. This will give us a whole lot more money than if we had to like put everyone in stasis regardless, right? It's all about the results. Where was I sort of going with this? Like the whole sort of like cyberpunk, like, and like runners, I guess, like if we're to use like Shadowrun terms. Mr. Johnson not giving them all the details of the mission to allow for that twist.
인원의 신분은 특정할 수 없을 정도로 제각각이며 목적 또한 불명입니다. 모습을 드러내기 시작한 건 최근이었거든요.
Interesting.
결국 동랑시 팀이 머물고 있었던 연구실은 그 테러 집단들이 점령해버렸습니다.
연구실은 그때 옮겼던 것인가 보군.
피해는 어느 정도요?
Dongrang turned his gaze from Yi-sang to the sporadically unoccupied seats.
저 비어있는 자리들은 말이죠. 당분간은 공석일 거예요. 죽었거든요. 그때의 테러로.
Looking closely, I saw snacks and flowers placed on the spots, probably as a way to mourn the dead.
이 친구는 손가락만 겨우 건졌는데 둘 곳이 마땅하지 않아서 따로 보관 중이에요. 저쪽 2층 진열장에 있을 거예요.
Solemn silence filled the office. But Dongrang continued, brushing the empty desk with his hand. Pretty much number.
너무나 많은 걸 두고 와야 했어요.
Should be a leave behind.
동랑 씨,
특히 제 얼굴 캐릭터로 만들었던 상장패를 놓고 왔어요. 되게 좋아하는 기념품이었는데.
Dongrang. All the lost people, and now you're talking about a plaque. Face of my character? Like, do you just mean, like, yourself, I guess? Are we breaking the fourth wall here? Like,
아 이거 참 이거 어디까지가 농담이고 진담인지 알 수가 없어 저 양반은.
I feel sorry for Gregor. Like, he is a very ordinary guy stuck in this universe.
그러면 저 자리는 어떤 자리지?
Our attention was brought to a white desk that was completely empty.
아, 저 자리는 예정된 자리예요. 새로운 직원이 오기를 기다리고 있는 중이죠.
그럼 모집 요강이 따로 있는 건가요? 어디 가면 볼 수 있죠?
Are you trying to apply for K-Corp? Ishmael's bright-eyed inquisition was interrupted by Sanjo's displeased utterance.
우리 삼조 씨 심기 불편해졌다. 이제 진짜 본론으로 넘어갈까요, 삼조 씨?
단도직입적으로 말합니다. 서로 윈윈 플레이를 하시죠. 빼앗긴 연구실을 되찾아 주신다면 당신들에겐 저희가 발견한 황금가지의 소유권을 양도하겠습니다.
Alright. Honestly, sounds reasonable. You care more about like retaking the laboratory, and you will pay us with a golden bow.
질문 드리죠. 확정 계약인가요? 아니면 사후 검토 계약인가요? 방식은 대표기관 집행 방식인가요? 공동 집행 방식인가요?
Members. Members. It's members. But yeah, definitely read the contract. This is one of the number one rules of the city. Other than pay your taxes, read the fine print. Read the contract.
답변하겠습니다. 하자 책임 없이 대표기관 집행 방식으로 즉석 계약 방식입니다. 1급 계약 사무소를 이용한 EPN을 둔 계약도 절차대로 진행될 예정입니다.
And yeah, make sure you've got an office involved. A contract office? I don't know what's going on. Does it really have to be so complicated? Yeah. Don't make a human resembling AI. No cloning. No artificial intelligence regardless. And if a human decides to have a synthetic body, they can't look too human either. There's a number of rules in the city. Let's not get onto the gun rules, shall we? They are too complicated. Killing should not be easy. It should take effort.
제 회사에서는 제대로 된 EPN을 구하지 못하는 바람에 황금가지를 곧바로 넘겨받지 못했잖아요.
Yeah, that's true.
미리 우치파의 우이드 그 자식 로저가 게임에서 이겼는데 약속 안 지키고 묻지마 싸움 걸었잖아.
He's forgetting people's names.
마리아 치파의 아이들인데.
What did you say? Mary Archels. Yeah. To be fair, I sometimes forget names as well.
네, 맞아요. EPN이 되어줄 줄 알았던 아이드 씨가 쏜살같이 태도를 바꿔버리는 바람에 무력으로 가져와야만 했었죠.
And this is just going into the whole like TTRPG joke that was sort of going around about the sinners. Players in TTRPGs rarely remember the names of NPCs, right?
그래서 입회나 공증을 해주는 협회나 계약사무소를 이용하는 편이 돈은 많이 들어도 제일 안전한 거예요. 파우스트 씨도 그 점을 제일 주의 깊게 보았을 거고요.
Ishmael explained it like it was common knowledge. I guess it's well known among city folks.
이건 확실히 저희 쪽에 유리한 체결 방식이군요.
Depends on the unknowns, I guess. And who the terrorists are. Like, if the terrorists were enough to drive out K Corp, who, like, obviously have their own privatized military force, why aren't they just going in themselves?
목적만 확실히 달성한다면요.
We watched with our mouths agape as the two declared a conclusion at once.
비밀인데 전 사실 삼조 씨가 하는 말의 절반 이상은 못 알아들어요. 그렇구나 하고 넘기는 거죠.
Yeah, so we don't get anything if we don't finish the mission.
우연인가? 우리도 마찬가지인데.
적어도 동랑 씨는 알아들어야 하는 거 아닌가요?
Turned it into a recurring joke in one of your campaigns. Players didn't remember. Argue we should roll for it because characters actually spent days with them. 2 rolled a 1. Drew convinced that they had an entirely different name. The third was outvoted, despite knowing the right name. I mean, as a GM, I would have probably just like told them the name if they felt that their characters should remember the name. And like also expect the players to immediately forget it later on. There's so many things going on, you're never going to remember everyone's name.
아, 그래도 K사 연구실과 계약을 맺으면 당분간은 그분들과 싸울 일은 없겠어요. 아무리 상처 입혀도 끊임없이 치료되었던 분들이요.
Ixnay on the Corp KA. The team fell into a somber silence. All the memories related to them were filled with misery and suffering. I don't think he's incompetent, except socially. He's probably a genius in his own field. And probably that's what K-Corp is looking for in this sort of place. People who like are able to specialize in whatever it is that he's doing. As long as they're able to do the job, all good.
아, 저희 K3만의 재생 기술을 이미 보셨나 보네요.
Quite.
아우, 받기만 했겠어?
I got shot with some of it.
아유, 지긋지긋할 만큼 겪고 또 겪었지.
Found them in the railway as well.
그럼 대신 기념으로 제 실험실 보여드릴까요? 여기 말고 엘리베이터를 한 번 더 타야 해요.
I'm guessing why don't I show you around my lab?
네, 거기까지 보여주실 생각입니까, 동랑님? 관계자 외 출입 금지인 곳인데.
방금 삼조 씨 엄청 웃긴 소리 냈다. 아, 뭐 어때? 계약 체결한 기념으로 놀러가 보는 거지.
I wasn't sure if that was an appropriate way to celebrate things, but since no one in the team objected, I decided to follow him. I'm sure it's fine. Slide character in Project Moon, he'll die or become evil and die. I mean, Sanya's still alive. Regeneration ampules, another story section. After boasting about K-Corp's regeneration technology, Dongrang invited us to his lab. Disregarding Samjo's visible shock, we followed Dongrang into his workplace. Honestly, probably good to not trust.
바로 이곳에서 재생 앰플을 제작하고 있답니다.
Ah, yes, HP bullets.
표면적으로는 HP 탄이라고 불리고 있기는 하지만 근간은 나노 로봇 치료 기술이죠. 이런저런 고비가 있었지만 지금은 제가 최근에 아주 쬐끔 개량한 앰플이 제일 대중적으로 사용되고 있답니다.
그걸 보급한 사람이 덱이야? 진짜 우리가 그것 때문에 얼마나 죽을 고비를.
그 고비를 거의 네 발로 발발 기어서 간신히 넘었죠.
그래도 전사하거나 치명상을 입은 분들은 아무도 없어 보여서 다행이네요.
Sure, we'll leave it at that.
아, 회사마다 업무 중 사망에 따른 정의가 다르고 절차도 복잡하다고 들었어요. 삼조 씨가 뭐라고 설명해 줬는데?
Companies have different definitions of death on the job. Marvelous. I mean, yes, you're absolutely right here. We have Limbus Company certainly has a different definition. R Corp has a different definition. L Corp probably has a different definition. Yeah. There's a... I can... And like some... And don't forget there's like prostheses that you can get. Like life insurance. Like if you die you can like preserve the brain and like put it into like a cloned body and whatever. Like... Yeah, alright. Workplace accidents, yeah. Accidents involving the cessation of a heartbeat. You still have to come into work tomorrow.
아니 그럼 동랑 씨는 계속해서 이 모든 치료는 나노로봇 기술을 연구 중이신 건가?
그럴 리가요. HP탄은 이미 상용화된 지 오래된 기술이에요. 지금은 HP탄을 활용한 가축 개량 연구를 진행 중이죠.
That would be... I suppose that would be a full death, I guess. I wonder if Dante's got some life insurance. Quite possibly. Like he's... Dante has certainly survived being decapitated previously, right?
가축 개량 연구요?
I think that's probably a good idea, Sion. We had some before, and those were important.
절단이 아무것도 아니게 되는 개념이라면, 그저 순간에 지나지 않을 뿐이라면. 생각해 보세요. 우리는 질 좋은 고기들을 무한하게 먹을 수 있는 거예요.
I actually quite like this idea of like that grown meat, essentially. That way you wouldn't have to kill any animals in the process. You just grow the meat and like sell and consume that. What's happening over there? But yeah, that grown meat sounds delicious.
그냥 질 좋은 고기도 아니라 수많은 사람이 매달려 연구하고 개량한 그런 드물고도 질 좋은 가축들의 고기를 말이죠.
I mean, I suppose what he might be talking about here, like you could use HP bullets to regenerate the chicken. So, like you cut off like the wings and the legs or something like that, then use an HP bullet on it, and that will grow the wings and legs back. And did they mention like they had like 8-legged chickens or something like that? Like genetic, like monster chickens? Gotta have so many more chickens, Blank Rabbit. Loads more chickens.
아무래도
I suppose HP bullets are probably more expensive than like just like raising a chicken normally.
동랑 씨도 로자 씨처럼 누구보다 고기를 진심으로 사랑하시나 보네요.
That's a great conclusion, Honglu. Bravo.
사랑이라. 시간과 관심을 끝없이 쏟는 게 사랑이라면 그럴지도 모르겠네요.
I mean, that might cover some definitions of love, certainly. There are as many definitions of love as there are definitions of death in the workplace.
둘이 묘하게 재수없는 게 아까부터 끼리끼리 잘 노는구만.
Don't beat up our client, okay, Heathcliff?
하는 거 보고.
We see live chickens whose wings and legs are being cut endlessly. They don't even struggle, as if they aren't feeling any pain. I mean, they're probably feeling pain, right? It's just that they've become so desensitized to it that, like, they're like mindless husks. Or maybe they are mindless husks, in which case it's an example of that grown meat.
나노로봇이 이렇게 생겼나? 아니, 내 눈엔 그냥 액체랑 다를 바 없어 보이는데.
너무나 작은 입자가 유동성을 가지면 유체와 다름없어 보이는 법이니까요.
식량을 위해서 이렇게까지 해야 하는 거예요?
Oh man, any sort of rights that anything has in the city is pushing it, really. You have the right to pay taxes. I suppose if you've got like a contract written, like you've got the right to have the letter of the contract followed, right? As long as you're able to enforce it. Wait, doesn't the like, I'm pretty sure the head like cares about contracts being followed, right? In which case you do have the right to have a contract followed to the letter. Alright. I'm pretty sure the head like covers contracts. Like a C Corp sort of thing. Clause and contracts.
어렸을 때부터 육즙이 흐르는 고기를 먹고 자란 도련님은 보기가 역하신가 보네.
꼬맹이, 밥을 위해서는 못할 것이 없는 사람도 세상에 많아.
아니, 그거랑 다르잖아요. 그리고 저희 가족들은 고기를 먹지 않는 분들이었어요. 저는 아니긴 했지만 왜 굳이 이런 형태여야 해요? 그러니까 제 말은
하려는 말이 뭔지 알 것 같아요. 역시 조금 부자연스럽죠? 단순히 식량 개선을 위한 거였다면 충분히 더 효율적인 방식이 있을 텐데요.
적어도 이거 하나는 확실하네. 진작 이 기술이 뒷골목에 전부 퍼졌더라면 나와 친구들은 쓰레기통이나 뒤지고 다니진 않았을 거야.
기술. 아니요. 이것은 한낱 사육이요. 저치들은 날 수 있다는 것도 평생 모를 것이요.
Talking about the chickens. Isang spoke, staring directly into Dongrang. It was unusual of him to take this much interest in matters. I genuinely like Isod. He puts on like a stern, like strict manner, but he's possibly got the most heart of anyone in like any of the Sephira. Like he genuinely cares a lot. At the very least, top 3 in terms of caring.
반론합니다. 닭은 본래 날지 못하거니와 이 기술은 현재 수많은 시민에게 질적인 복지를
Chickens can fly a little bit.
괜찮아요, 삼조 씨. 본래는 눈조차 잘 마주하지 않던 사람이 누군가를 또렷이 노려본다는 건 그만큼 절박하다는 거잖아요.
Suppose one might call jumping really high, like jumping with flight assistance. Maybe it depends on the breed of chicken. Can chickens fly? They can't fly in the way that pigeons can fly, but they aren't completely flightless. So it's like a... It's like jumping, I guess. Depends on how far. Hold on. Fly a foot off the ground. The Mediterranean breeds that are known as flighty birds. Sometimes they roost in trees. Vertical takeoff of bantams. Oh well, whatever. One chicken dead and hundreds of good deeds.
사육은
연구실에 무슨 일이 생긴 모양입니다. 지금 연구실로 가는 게 좋은 선택일까요?
괜찮을 거야, 삼조 씨. 이분들은 우리 재생 앰플을 장착한 K사 경비들과도 맞서 싸워놓고 생채기 하나 없으신 실력자들인데.
Yeah. Alright, terrorist organization. Is it Peter? Intruders broke into the lab. Samjo called them terrorists, but they rejected the notion and instead introduced themselves as the Technology Liberation Alliance. Oh, no, it's not Peter. It's Luddites. Alright then. Whatever they are, we have to fight them to survive the attack and proceed with the request. We'll find out what sort of Luddites they are, I guess. Are they like the, what is it? Like the Flanderized Luddites that are just like, rah, 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 anti-technology, we don't like. Or are they like the actual Luddites who were against the way that technology is used to exploit the workers and just like make profits for the wealthy? We'll find out. Either AI rights or they want to make technology more free. Yep, certainly. We'll find out. Alright.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
직원 여러분들은 신속하게 책상 안으로 들어가 몸을 보호하시기 바랍니다.
I mean, like, have you seen how popular AI figures like Showdown and GLaDOS are? Intimidating machine. You remind me a little bit of Schadenfreude. I suppose with like the spider-like design, I guess. Got a nice outfit, by the way.
잘못 발사됐다.
이상수발이 감지되었습니다. 직원 여러분들은 각자 소지하고 있는 재생 앰플을 활성화시킨 후에
Regeneration, I'm guessing.
18톤으로 도착할 K사 경비들을 기다려.
저 멘트는 여전하네. 왜 저런 말은 항상 차분한 목소리로 말해야 하는 걸까?
She looks cool. Double S over there by accident.
숨이라도 헐떡이면서 말해야지 사람들을 대피시키는데 효과적이지 않겠어?
I suppose you gotta be clear in your emergency announcements. And like, you don't want to cause a panic. If you can get people to calmly evacuate, That's probably going to be more beneficial, right?
역시 기술이나 과학 같은 것에만 몰두해서 눈이 멀어버리면 감정에 공감하려는 노력은 없어진다니까.
Alright. It's definitely important to be in touch with your emotions. I've said this before. Emotions are there for a reason.
말이 너무 많아. 조용히.
모두 무사하십니까? 혹시라도 무사하지 않은 분들은 재생 앰플을 받아가시면 됩니다. 교차 적합 검사를 받아야 하긴 하지만 일단 급하니.
태어나네. 보통 테러가 벌어지면 단체로 혼란에 휩싸이지 않나?
It's been happening for a while. You get used to it.
첫 테러엔 모두가 우왕좌왕했었죠. 그땐 폭발 감지 안내 방송도 없었거든요. 삼조 씨가 그때 책상에 한참 동안 숨어서 안 나왔는데.
항상 말하지만 그건 로비에서 일어난 테러였고 저는 책상 깊숙이 떨어진 수첩을 주우려던 것뿐이었습니다.
It's alright to hide under a desk.
심각하게 받아들이셔야 합니다, 동랑님. 둥지 한복판에 있는 K사 연구실을 습격한 건 보통 일이 아닙니다.
그러게. 이번엔 용케 연구원들이 있는 층까지 도달했네요. 나 왼쪽 다리가 좀 삔 것 같아, 삼조 씨.
Well, I mean, Chrome and Greedo were basically Nazis after all. Like tech fascists. And like very much against like people who were disabled and the like. Bunch of bastards. N-Corp's Inquisition is not nice at all. These guys are probably have more reasonable goals. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. I watched as Samjo injected a regeneration ampule into Dongrang's body.
로보토미 지부를 점령하고 있다는 테러 집단이 저자들인가?
맞아요. 호랑이도 제 말하면 어음이네요.
저 사람들이 테러 단체들이라고요? 그다지 전투에 특화되어 있지는 않아 보이는데요.
꼬맹이가 이제 그런 눈썰미도 생겼냐?
당연합니다. 직접 전투에 나서는 건 저들이 아니니까요. 딱 보기에도 동랑님처럼 비실비실해 보이지 않습니까?
돈 있는 놈들은 직접 안 싸우더라도 만에 하나 모른다면서 신체 강화 시술을 받더만. 저보다 엄살 아니야?
Yeah. Money is power.
꼭 그렇지만도 않습니다. 신체 강화 방법이 다양한 만큼 형태에 따라 거부감을 느끼기도 하고 괴로워하기도 하니까요.
That's true. And the preview did say like they're anti-tech in some way.
품질에 따라서 거주민인 깃털들이 작용 미달이면 일정 위력 이상의 시술을 받는 것을 금기시하는 곳도 있어요.
아래 것들이 힘을 가져서 들고 일어나면 곤란하기라도 하나 봐. 그치?
그 가능성도 부정할 수는 없겠네요. 둥지마다 다양한 이유가 있을 테니까. 하지만 근본적으로 강화 시술은 고출력 차량과 흡사합니다. 감당 못할 출력의 차량 같은 장비를 검증되지 않은 자가 다룬다면 둥지 안의 여러 질서는 금방이라도 깨질 테니 그 부분을 예방하는 차원이 클 거예요.
Makes sense. I wouldn't want someone with like a sword arm or something like that to lose control over it and accidentally stab someone in the face.
열성적인 설명 중에 미안하지만 참고로 전 엄살은 아니고 진짜 아팠답니다.
Look, it's exposition time, Dongrang. Get in line. Soon enough, people wearing familiar outfits appeared, along with the unforgettable beats of footsteps. You can essentially think of Nest as being its own country, certainly. They each... I suppose actually maybe state might be more appropriate, because the head like there are laws that apply to the entire city, which are sort of like mandated by the head. But each nest is also free to run its own fief in certain ways. They've got their own sort of like laws there as well. So yeah, I think state is probably closer. They're all different corpo states.
검문소에서 봤던.
I like how Don and Sinclair look like their brother and sister.
이제는 우리의 든든한 아군이겠네요.
Those robots, they look seriously hostile.
5천회의 과다출혈, 12cm 이상의 척추 손상, 심장 동맥 적중, 두개골 파괴. 그리하여 모든 적은 불필요한 고통 없이 즉사한다.
You're reminding me a little bit of Paracelsus in Fate Grand Order. No, not Paracelsus, Asclepius. Sorry, Asclepius.
불필요한 고통도 고통이지만 그냥 애매하게 뇌가 남아버리면 되살아나 버리니까 곤란해서 그런 거 아니었어? 저기 실례가 안 된다면 너네 바로 죽진 않아도 그냥 죽은 척 해줄 수 있을까? 얘 어제 밤새워서 즉사기능 업그레이드 된 거거든.
조용히.
봐봐, 내 말이 맞잖아. 저 반동거리로는 후드 옆까지만 통과된다니까. 이걸 꼭 실전을 통해서 깨달아야 속이 후련하니?
젠장, 측두엽까지 뚫었어야 했는데.
질 수 없죠. 로봇은 저희 쪽에도 있거든요. 곧 나타날 텐데. 아하! 짠! 재생 앰플 투여 드론이에요.
그래도 든든하겠어요. 상처를 입을 때마다 즉각적으로 재생 앰플을 투여해 주는 건가요?
네, 머리통이 날아가거나 황금 시간을 놓쳐 뇌가 정지한 상태가 되기 전에만 주입되면 그들은 불사입니다.
Oops.
장기가 관통되거나 어이쿠, 뼈가 부러지는 것 정도는 수초 내에 원상 복구가 가능하니까.
Maybe you guys should have focused more on the heads when you were taking out K-Corp, right?
그렇다고 아픔조차 못 느끼지는 않을 텐데요. 저들은 왜 이렇게 태연하게... 심지어 바로 옆에 있는 동료의 신체가 절단되어도 눈길조차 안 주잖아요.
Mental conditioning? Genetic augmentation?
당연한 일이다.
Natural behavior.
몇 초 내에 복구가 된다면 모든 판단은 부수적인 일이 될 뿐.
Yeah, sounds like, as you say, Sion, got used to it. They know that wounds will heal quite quickly. Yeah.
그렇다면 저희도 언젠가는 저렇게 변하는 걸까요?
그런 걸 왜 생각하는지 모르겠군.
궁금하잖아요.
It depends. Like, Otis did actually say, like, hey, like, if we keep on acting like this, we'll be worse for wear, because we will continue to become more traumatized by pain. Whereas you're sort of suggesting that you will become inured to it. Which I suppose is in another way like a trauma response, right?
그런데 여기 못 보던 옷 입고 있는 뉴페이스들은 누구야? 자기 소개해줄 사람?
우리가 알 바는 아니지.
맞아. 그런데 계속 마주보고 있으려니까 조금 어색해서 누군가는 말을 꺼내야 하지 않나 싶은데.
I mean, it's only polite, right? Gregor, could you introduce us, please?
고작 테러 조직 따위한테 왜 자기 소개를 해야 하죠?
우린 테러 조직 따위가 아니다. 말 조심해.
나는 그 어감 나쁘지 않은 것 같아. 내 살 때 내 가치관과 맥락은 같아서. 11살 때 쓴 원자 논문이 당선되면서 어쩔 수 없이 대학원에 부름을 받게 됐지만
조용히 해. 우리는 기술 해방 연합이다.
어떤 기술을 해방시키는 거죠? 기술이라는 것도 자유를 원하는 건가요?
Yes. Yes, it does, Honglu, depending on the technology.
아마도 저 연구실 안에 있는 동물들 아닐까요?
들었어? 쟤 우리가 동물 보호사라도 되는 줄 아나 본데? 미안한데 그런 고리타분한 여행은 옛적에 끝났단다. 우리가 행복하게 자라나 건강하게 튀겨진 치킨이나 씹자고 잘 시간까지 갈아가면서 기계들을 조립하는 줄 알아?
Okay, not Peter.
특히 X-32형 볼트는 요새 구하기도 힘들어서 다른 둥지를 통해서만 주문해야 돼. 세금이 얼마나 붙는지 알아?
I want to know about more about your beliefs, Technology Liberation Alliance, and whether I should subscribe to them.
X-32형 볼트는 C-9 볼트를 주조한 다음 2시간 간격으로 담금질을 하면 대체가 가능합니다.
어디서 가짜게 아는 척을.
오, 아니야, 그럴듯해.
I like her. I like her.
아니 대체 왜 척분한테까지 팁을 주는 거야, 파우스트 씨?
이해 못하시겠죠? 연구원들에겐 죽음보다 중요한 신념 같은 것이 있답니다.
Look, she's just into information sharing, okay? Like it's like peer review. Oh, are we getting into a fight now? Cigarette meme. Oh, we got robots!
응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
Alright. Load and fire. 0 sanity. Stagger threshold and rupture. Yep, okay. You guys inflict tremor and attack power down, huh? Crude wrecking ball bot. And yep, rupture, fragile and defense down. Yeah, okay. And yeah, they take reduced damage from bleed. Because they don't bleed. They are robots.
예측대로.
Maybe I should swap out Yoshu.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹었어.
I mean, she's doing fine.
응원하는 게
I
도움이
might check
되긴
on her
하려나?
damage after the battle.
힘내긴 해보자고.
She's still good at winning clashes, certainly. Just that you are fighting a lot of robots, and if bleed's not going to be working. I like the music here. This is some floor of technology
최선을 다해보지.
sort of stuff.
방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Oh, another track as well.
탐구는 끝났어.
알겠어.
침묵했어.
생각보다 잘 타는 거야.
Yeah, the tracks are good.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Faster. Why you got faster? I don't see anything about them getting faster.
탐구는 끝났어.
빈틈 투성이로군.
Maybe it's a stage effect, similar to the chroma whistle. Oh, excellent sanity for everyone.
행고더. 아, 옛날 버릇이. 적사상 좋아.
Resistances, bashing. This might be a spot for LCCB Rodion to shine again, right? I suppose, like, also the new Rodion is also, like, tremor and all that. Blunt damage.
좋다. 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
끝이.
Punch him good. And here we go with the AoE.
버틸 자신 있어?
Didn't hit anyone else, damn it.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
Is there, Not sure.
이대로 가보자고.
Let's eviscerate a few of these guys.
꽤 잘 갈렸고. 끝이.
알겠어.
And another execute. Excellent. There we go. Another round taken care of.
생각보다 날 뛰어버렸군. 책상에서만 썩기 아까운 솜씨인걸?
Alright. Okay, so, speaking of, Rodion, you download. Oh, give me a... Let's, quickly do that then, I guess. And...
나는 너무 걱정하지 말고 먼저 퇴근하도록. 상관이 고된 일을 맡는 게 당연한 일이지.
Compensation with hotfix reverting sanity gain and loss changes. Alright, I'll take that. We're just sort of talking about how they changed the way that all that was working. 100 enemies. Let's grab that, and we'll grab ourselves some boxes and lunacy. And yeah, I was just saying, let's go and do one roll, 110 roll for the new identities, and see what we get. All right. Cool.
새로운 업무는 좌측에. 호출이시군요.
We got tired, Maso. Overworked, Maso. And we got Gregor in the background over there with his cockroach buddy. Fair few of them, actually. Alright. Anyway.
나는 너무 걱정하지 말고 먼저 퇴근하도록.
With that,
상관이 고된 일을 맡는 게 당연한 일이지.
I think we'll hold off here for the night, because I am admittedly feeling a little bit tired. I was starting to nod off a little bit before the stream, actually. Yeah, we'll continue this tomorrow, okay? And yeah, it'll be fun. No sense in rushing through it. We've still got plenty of time before the next chapter sort of like gets released for it. And like part of the reason why I'm sort of like streaming this is so that I can sort of like take my time with it and enjoy it as it comes. All right. Now let's go and raid someone who's also doing some Limbus, and that will be Hoshino Lapalus. There we go. So, as I was saying, tomorrow we will be doing some more Limbus Company. Hopefully finishing things off. If not, I will have to rethink my schedule for next week. The weekend should be Super Robot Wars, and assuming things go alright, we'll be doing a Fuga on Monday, which will be our midday stream, plus 10 GMT, or UTC rather, and XCOM 2 at same time that I'm sort of like doing like all my other streams. Fuga's the only exception, and Digimon Survive on Wednesday. So, thank you very much as always, and I hope to see you all here tomorrow, okay? See ya!